Alright, we've got 2 games to talk about, starting with Game 58 against the Los Angeles Kings. Oh, and QUINN HUGHES is back! Yes! After missing the last 6 games and the entire Four Nations face-off tournament, QUINN Huggy Bear Hughes was finally back in the lineup for Vancouver, spinning his way around the ice like a madman. In fact, one of the first things he did was dance on the blue line in classic QUINN Hughes fashion and then shoot the puck directly into Brandt Clarke's balls. Kind of a weird play, to be honest. Nils Big Hog Höglander was promoted to play on the first line alongside his buddy Elias Pettersson, and clearly that gave him some confidence because just 10 minutes into the game, he picked up the puck in the neutral zone and powered his way into the slot and... scored. That's the 5th goal of the season for... Wow. Huge shout out to Logan Shorthouse for sending in that big hog yell. If you also want to scream in one of my videos, you can send your big hog yells to this email. 1-0 Canucks. Kevin Lankinen was in net again for Vancouver, and as usual, he was stopping every puck that came his way, but the real reason the Kings were held scoreless for 2 periods was the Canucks' elite defensive play all game long. Everybody was getting in on it. Jake DeBrusk, Dakota Joshua, Marcus Pettersson, QUINN Hughes, and especially Carson Soucy and Elias D. Petey Pettersson. Those guys were solid all night. LA took a penalty late in the second period, and on that ensuing power play, Philip Hedl and Connor Garland teamed up to make it 2-0 for Vancouver. This is when the Kings started getting pretty frustrated, which is one of my favorite things to see as a Canucks fan. However, in the third period, they scored twice and tied the game. Cool, that's really cool. One of my least favorite things happened. Awesome. 2-2, tie game, time for overtime. Now, as we all know, this year's Vancouver Canucks are just not good in 3-on-3 overtime, which is infuriating considering how often they end up there. It's almost to the point where I genuinely despise this extra period. Also, I just want to say real quick, 3-on-3 is hilarious because no matter what happens, one fan base always walks away livid. It always ends in either a breakaway, a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1. Hell, I was at a Canucks game where they gave up a 3-on-0, leaving former Vancouver goaltender Jacob Markstrom completely out to dry. Anyway, not only are the 2025 Canucks terrible in extra innings this season, but 52 seconds into this one, O'Connor got called for tripping. You know me, I believe in this team to the bitter end. I can't help it. It's a blessing and a curse. But when they went down a man in this overtime, I kind of accepted that a loss was coming. But then, thanks to this incredible save by Kevin Lankinen, this ball-busting hit on Anze Kopitar by Derek Forbort, and these incredible defensive plays by Marcus MP3 Pettersson, the Canucks killed the penalty off and Connor Garland scored the game-winning goal. Hell f***ing yeah! The Canucks beat the Kings 3-2 in overtime. Now, before I get into the next game, I just want to give a quick thank you to the sponsor of today's video, the Nuckheads. That's right, today's episode is brought to you by the legends who became channel members. And guess what? You can become one too. All you have to do is hit the join button below this video. Channel members get loyalty badges that stand out in the comment section, plus I just dropped a couple new ones for you guys to try out. Some members have even been guests on the Nuckhead podcast, something I plan to do again in the future. I've also done exclusive merch giveaways for members, with more on the way as well. And on top of all that, if you become a member, your name will appear at the end of every single video. So if you want in on some of those perks while supporting what I do, just hit the join button below this video to become a Nuckhead today. It's only $3 Canadian a month and you can cancel at any time. Now, on to Game 59 against the Anaheim Ducks. One more thing about last game that I forgot to mention, Tyler Myers also deserves some credit for that game-saving overtime penalty kill, but it wasn't pretty. He blocked a shot with his neck and had to leave the game. And honestly, it looked pretty damn scary. Psych! You think that hurt him? Look at this guy's neck! That's the strongest part of his body! He missed no time, and it was a back-to-back. He suited up for this game, and 3 minutes in, he slapped one past Lucas Dostal for his 4th goal of the season. Look at that shot! This is why they call him the Chaos Giraffe. You never know what's gonna come next with this guy. 1-0 Vancouver. But guys, Myers wasn't done. He wasn't finished. He had more to do. Did QUINN Hughes grow a foot, or is that Tyler Myers skating around everybody and setting up Pius Suter in front of the net to make it 2-0? What the hell's going on, man? That's Tyler Myers, baby. Forever a Canuck. Artūrs Šilovs was in net again for the Canucks, and man, he was making some sick saves. Look at these. I know that's not really the headline of this game, but he made some very, very impressive saves early in the first period. Also, both Elias Petterssons were solid defensively in this game. They didn't get on the scoreboard, but they were making the right plays at the right time. I love DPD, by the way. I don't think he's ever going to get sent down again. At least I hope not. Filip Hronek blocked a shot. Big Hog made a great defensive play to send himself in on a breakaway, but he missed the net. Quinn Hughes was spinning like a Beyblade. Then he hit the crossbar. Connor Garland and Jacob Trouba nearly tore each other's heads off. DeBrusk was robbed by Ducks goaltender Lucas Dostal. Hedl had a solid scoring chance but couldn't quite make it happen. The Ducks scored 4 unanswered goals plus an empty netter and won the game 5-2. Oh. Okay. Now, I just want to take a moment to appreciate those of you who engaged with my last video in a thoughtful way, not just with reactionary emotional takes. I get it though, being a diehard fan of a sports team is a roller coaster filled with irrational anger and unchecked euphoria, but when we talk about players who are real people, it's important to remember that things aren't always so black and white. In the age of social media, we have a responsibility to use our voice wisely. Anybody at any time can hear us now. It's weird, but it's true. Now, I'm not talking to those of you running Twitter accounts dedicated to hating on individual players. You guys need more help than I can offer, but for everyone else, here's a reminder. If you're willing to think beyond knee-jerk reactions and share something with a little bit more depth, do it. It'll make the conversation better for everyone. Anyway, shout out to these baby geniuses for predicting the score correctly. If you want a chance to be shouted out in my next video, comment your score predictions for the next game against the Seattle Kraken. Thank you to these nuckheads for supporting what I do by clicking the join button and becoming channel members. Remember, you can become one too. Thank you for watching. All right, see you next week. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that 2 of my other videos just popped up on the screen and you should probably keep watching them. I think it would be best for all of us. So just click one or tap one, whatever, if you're on your phone or your computer or your TV. I don't know how if you'd click a button. Just keep watching my videos.